Welcome to 7-Pot Club. I'm Rob. Today we're going to show you how we make the homemade Belizean style hot sauce we've named 11. As the label says, this sauce dials up audacious flavor and heat, all the way to 11. Let's get started.
I grow hot peppers.
Here are the raw ingredients and the basic kitchen equipment we use to make this sauce. If you're wondering, the glue stick is for attaching the labels to the bottles. There's no glue in the sauce. The original recipe calls for habanero peppers, and that's what we grew and used when we first started making this sauce. They make a great tasting sauce. But today we kick up the heat a scooch and use a combination of Superhot peppers we grow ourselves in our front yard garden. Trinidad Scorpion, Carolina Reaper, 7-Pot Ghost, and others. We pick them when they ripen, then freeze them in bags until we're ready to use them. This way we can make hot sauce all year round, and the freezing process seems to concentrate the flavor. You can use any fresh or frozen peppers you'd like. This recipe will make about 12 5-ounce bottles of sauce. We needed 18 bottles to satisfy our friends and family, so today we're making a batch and a half. Heat up the oil in a skillet under medium heat. Today we're using avocado oil, but you can use olive or safflower or whatever you prefer. Peel and mince the garlic and add it to the skillet once the oil is hot. Then dice your onions and sauté them with the garlic. In the meantime, you can prepare the carrots. You can just slice them, but they'll cook faster if you shred them in the food processor. Once the garlic and onions are soft, add the carrots and a small amount of water. While the carrots are cooking, we'll squeeze the limes. While all this is going on, we've been heating up a big pot of water with our bottles inside. We'll heat these to boiling to sterilize them before we bottle the sauce. We've already removed the stems from the peppers. We toss them in the food processor to puree, and once that's completed, we mix everything together. The pureed peppers, the garlic, onion, carrot mixture, the vinegar, and the lime juice, and blend thoroughly. We need to do this in a few batches because our blender jar is not big enough. Save some of the juice or vinegar because it will help you get every last bit of fiery goodness out of the bowl. Then it's back to the stove for a quick 5 to 7 minute simmer over low heat. We don't want to cook the sauce, just blend the flavors. This sauce does not need to be processed, and we've never known it to spoil if kept in the fridge after opening. Our neighbor still has a partial bottle of our 2007 sauce, and when we tried it last year, it was still good. You may have noticed that the recipe doesn't call for salt. We've made it both with and without, and we feel it's better without salt. The fruity taste of the peppers is enhanced, and it helps the flavor profile of the sauce stand out from the flavors of the often salty food you're using it on. While the sauce is simmering, we'll take the opportunity to remove our sterilized woozy bottles from the pot and prepare for bottling. These are the standard 5-ounce bottles in which most hot sauces are sold. They're available in small quantities on Amazon and other merchants. Why are they called woozy bottles? No idea, and Google seems unable to deliver the answer. If anyone knows, please tell us in the comments. Now the fun part. When you're working with a big batch of peppers this hot, a mask and goggles are highly recommended. We speak from experience. We used to use a funnel to fill the bottles, and you can do that, but we prefer using a small glass baster as it's more precise. Shrink bands give your sauce a professional look. We use a hairdryer to shrink the bands onto the neck of the bottle, sealing the top. The final step is gluing on the labels. We designed our own logo and label using a graphics app. We printed them very inexpensively at a local copy center. We don't recommend using an inkjet printer because the ink will run if the label gets wet. Okay, here we are. 18 bottles of completed sauce.
I eat 11 sauce on all types of food, but it's by far my favorite for scrambled eggs. Get a lot on there. I know you shouldn't talk with your mouth full, but wow, that's delicious. What an amazing flavor combo. You should definitely give this sauce a try. That's it for this episode. We post a new video every week, so please subscribe to our channel. For 7 Pot Club, I'm Rob. Now, time for lunch.